Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1 and a little bit of a funky voice. I'm just been doing a lot better the last few days, but I have this funky throat thing that just won't go away, and I've used all kinds of different things. I'm on this regiment of all kinds of stuff in my throat and all this natural stuff and everything, and it's getting better slowly but surely and all that stuff, but the Lord's great. He gets me through all this stuff, and I was really going through it, last week with just massive aches and oh my goodness, just super no energy whatsoever and just getting bombarded. Anyway, you don't know what all that is, so I'm not getting into that. So anyway, let me get right into this. But what I had, I finally got a video up, thank God, but it's about half the length that I wanted. I literally got to a point where I was about 160 slides on the one I wanted to show you. And this is about half of that, but then the file was deleted from my phone. And the way it's set up when I do these presentations and put them on PowerPoint on my Android device is you can't delete it. I mean, you just can't. It's a massive process to delete it. And then I'm going to show you here in a second that's the case. So that showed me that this is extremely important. They removed this thing. And then the Lord also confirmed that for me before when I was making this presentation. I'll show you that in this. And then why this is so important, why I'm so excited that we're finally here. I'm pretty confident we're finally here. So, and this is, it's up to you to, see the evidence here. And then it's going to be completely up to the first day. And I'm going to get into that here in a second. If you want to sign up for Telegram and get notifications, the benefit of that too right now is the stuff I didn't include on this video, which this one's going to be closer to an hour. It would have been closer to 2 hours when I did. That was deleted, and I didn't want to spend all this time, another day or two, to get into another 200 slides or whatever. So this is limited, but I'm going to post on on Telegram and somebody else as well. My brother Constantine probably posts different things that support this video, so you can see a lot of the other stuff as well, besides just this video. So I'm just risking, if I make this big, they delete this again, or I can't upload it. I'm assuming this is uploaded. We're going to upload, but it may not. So hopefully it does. If you're hearing this, it did. So anyway, here we go. Let me just keep going here. But right here, when I'm in my application, when I click on it to go do anything, it shows me this. There's no delete whatsoever. You can see on this side over here. So I go to save, and then it shows me another slide which says auto save. It's on auto save, and it's got that already. But then I'll push save again, and then I'll quit the application and go back in, and then it will show this document and some other document lists. And then if I want to, I can click on this. When I hold it, doesn't do anything. When I click on it, it shows this stuff here. See, there's not even a delete. There's remove from list, but that's just removes it from the list I can see if I don't want it in my view, so I don't have it, it's just a big old list of different files here. But like I said, you don't even see these. I don't even really use this really too much or at all. I just use this, and I just to save it, because I'll be doing this for a while, and then it will just slow down, and I clicking on things, and there's a delay, and it just slows down once I save it, even though it's on autosave all the time. It's just crazy. But the point is, once I save it, then I click, or then I close the application, and then I start it fresh, and then it just goes quickly. I can click on things, move things, it's just boom, 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 fast. So I just have to do that ever so often. I've done that like 1,000 times. This is the first time in 3 years that any file just all of a sudden went just gone. So I went back in, and once I quit it and clicked on this, and it said Julian Calendar on it, and I clicked on it, and it said doesn't exist. Might have been something about might have been deleted or something like that. I was like, what? And then I went into my files on my phone, okay, and it wasn't anywhere in my file, because I always save it to my phone. I don't save it online or on the Microsoft account. I always save it on my phone, and I looked in my own files, and there was nothing in there. And I went back to this exact spot, and this thing was gone. Literally, it was there, and then I clicked on it. It said, okay, it's deleted or not available or something like that. And then I was like, what? And then I went and looked for the file, and then come back, went to here, and it was completely gone. So it did show a shell of it for a little bit, and then when I went back into it, it was gone. So, and I didn't do this. It was just weird, this process. So anyway, just It's encouraging. I was actually half upset, not really as that upset, really. I should have been extremely upset because I spent days on this to get to that many slides and all the research I did and put all this stuff together. And then you have to go back on your phone and find all the things and rebuild it. It takes time. It takes hours and hours. Unfortunately, yesterday I spent pretty much, morning to night putting stuff together to make up for some of this stuff. So anyway, let's just keep going. So I'm excited to bring you this. There's a time warp, okay, it's shown in iPad Goat, that's hidden in iPad Goat, and it's hidden in other things I'm going to show you. For example, a movie, for example. I was going to show you more stuff in my thumbnail. It shows these two characters. One's from The Man from Mars, and he's on the Blondie video Rapture, and it's about the rapture and the stuff that's coming. But watch that video. I'll put a link in the description box. It's an older video from the early 80s music video, and it begins with this character dancing, and he's the character in iPad Goat, the skullduggery, and then the other one I have over to the right over there on the thumbnail. Well, let me go back. Let me just show you here. It's right here. Is Baron Samedi. And these guys are basically symbolic of the beginning and end of this time frame, bringing in this new age. Okay, and there's a time warp I'm going to show you from some different angles and things. Again, it's just going to be about an hour long, this thing, but I had a lot more information and then it was deleted. But of course, that's never happened to me ever. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, so what I'm saying is, my last video I talked about January, starting on the 19th, and then some things did happen, absolutely. I said that there would be an announcement about Trump. There was two announcements, one about the Supreme Court with Trump, another one about the New York Attorney General with a case with Trump, and that was all brand new news. There's some other things that happened as well, and that was right, but it was really pointing to what's the real January 19th through 31st. Here, let me show you this. Through the 31st, and then the February 1st, and then what that is coming up to February. So watch this. So basically, again, I've shared this on a previous video, this possibility, because it showed up as a possibility from December to January, but that was a mirror of January to February, because December and January both have 31 days. There's a number of things that are similar to them. It's really bizarre. But this is a weird time warp. So the timeline of, for example, the 19th of January through the 31st, is the exact days when you compress these two numbers. 1 plus 9 is 10, take away the 0 is 1, 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 3 is 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, that kind of thing, all the way down. And then the last day ends up being an exact reverse of this, okay? And this is a time warp. It's happening at the same time. So January 19th hasn't, as of the day of my video today, the 28th, January 19th hasn't happened. It will happen on the Julian calendar. When the 19th will happen, when February 1st of 2022 happens. Okay, so it's a time warp, and I'm going to show that to you and how these things, and there's so much more. I mean, I literally do more videos, but I want to get the point across, and then also have these predictions at the end to see if this is if I'm right, okay? And I'm sure I'm right about this. The Lord basically confirmed it for me several times. This is crazy, okay? But again, we'll see how it is. I don't know exactly the future. Best I can do is follow a trail of breadcrumbs the Lord leaves and shows me things and guides me the best I can. That's all I can ever do. I'm not prophesying anything. I never have. I've always said this is what's possible, and I think we're finally there. Okay, here we go. So that's on the Gregorian, the February, and then January is on the Julian. It's at the exact same time. These days happen at the same time, and so what happens is, let me just go here. So then also we have, again, the 19th, January through the 31st, and that's the 13th day. The 14th day ends up being February 1st. So February 1st starts this one and ends this one. That is the paradox here. So basically, the scene I've shown with the skullduggery character, the guy with the top hat, like I just showed you, okay, he is the first and the last day. It is a time warp. He's the first and the last day. So he represents the birth of the Antichrist and the death and then rebirth. So the birth is the beginning. And again, death is birth to them, because when death happens, all this death, that means he's about to be born. And he's also the god of destruction, Apollyon, the god, Lord of destruction. And so when destruction happens, that brings in his birth. So you have a process of death, birth, death, and rebirth. Okay, it's a weird thing. So let me keep going here. And then at the end of this timeline here, which these are both end up being the same day, because this is at the end of this timeline, and then at the end of this one right here is 2/14. So it goes February 1st all the way through to February 14th, the 14th day. And guess what? That's Valentine's Day or Lupercalia. Okay, oh my gosh. This is so sick. So you basically have a combination of Janus, which is the god of transitions, beginnings, and ends, and it's the same exact month as February or February. The basically you should look up February, the god February, and it's about cleansing of what's coming, the cleansing for the new age. It's really crazy. So this is all in here. Okay, so then let me bring you back to a video. An explanation. Oh, I did it this way. Okay, the explanation I had. I had a dream a couple years ago, and I've shared this many times in my videos, even some of the past videos I just did recently. I had a dream where I was sitting on my bed, and I think I just woke up or something, and then I saw a 216 in the air. Big 216, 216. And then Jesus is on the other side of it, and he's sitting down. He gets up, he walks up to the 216, he grabs the 6 and flips it to a 9. And he said 216 is 219. Now I know what he meant. If you can see this, 216 is February 1st, 2022. And so he flips the 6, and that's a 9. What is that then? The 2 is hiding 1 and 1, so we have 1119, or January the 11th month on the Roman calendar, 19th, 2021. Okay, and how is it 2021? So look at this. So we have, again, 2 is 1 and 1, so we have 1119. Then this is also the year. It's either 2-1 and then 2. You can get rid of any 9, and that's 2-1, or it's 19 plus 2 is 21. So it's 1119 right here. 11 is right here, 1 and 1 out of the 2, 19. And then this is the year here, 21, right there, 21. Okay, so now I completely understand for the first time, really, what he was showing me, what he told me a couple years ago. And then all the other codes I've ever seen or heard or whatever, they all fit this time perfectly because it's showing 2 different time frames, 2 different sets. But you see how these numbers align perfectly. You see how these numbers align perfectly right here. This ends up 1 plus 9 equals 10. Take away 0 is 1. 2 plus 2 is 4. I mean, look at 29. 2 plus 9 is 11. 12 is a version of 3. It just lines up so perfectly. And there's only a few times in the year this can line up like this. Okay? Plus all the other imagery and symbolisms and everything. So here, let me go back through here. Okay, so a time warp is what this is showing, and this is 666. Oh, what a coincidence, right? Or what a coinkydink, right? Then the English Sumerian version of time warp is 630. Why is that important? Because 630 is 6 and then 111. But first, 666 can be 6 times 6 times 6, and that's 216. February 1st, 2022. 216. Okay, but time warp in reverse, again, this is a time warp. It's showing forward and reverse. 6111 right there, upside down and backwards is 1119, or January 19th equaling February 1st, 2022. Boom. There it is again. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and so now we're looking at this idea of like time warp. A perfect example of that is Groundhog Day. Well, okay, so there's the festivity or the annual Groundhog Day, which there's so much symbolism in. The groundhog is actually a symbol of the antichrist. It's actually under the ground. It's a symbol of transition and death and rebirth and all kinds of stuff. There's just so much. Look up groundhog symbolism. It's amazing what you find there. But that's February 2nd. It just happens to be February 2nd. In fact, the Lord said to me when I was looking at a lot of this stuff, Groundhog Day, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I looked up, it's February 2nd every single year. And then there's the movie Groundhog Day, which shows a lot of symbolism of what I'm talking about, how these are 2 different days for the first day, or the first day is the last day. And so it's a weird time warp, okay? The people want to think that there's all this time travel and stuff necessarily, but no, it's just a concept of a time warp so they can play with people and stuff. So February 2nd, okay, is the day right after February 1st. Now let me show you how this works in Groundhog Day. It's really crazy. Okay, so here's one scene. Now I had so many different scenes. I'm just going to show you some of them, but I had so many more in my last thing that got deleted, and yeah, they didn't like that too much, I guess. Again, I don't give any of that stuff credit. People, someone's listening to my calls or whatever, or this or that. I never really have. I just don't do that. I'm not paranoid or whatever one bit. But all the evidence showed that there's no way that file could have been deleted. I've never done it. There's not even a way I could have done it in my normal usage of that. And it would happen to be that one at this time. Okay, so nope, don't think so. Okay, so anyway, when they're driving, the beginning of the movie, if you know the movie, there's a song called "I'll Be Your Weatherman," dink dink dink. Okay, whatever, and they're driving to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, where there's going to be the groundhog, and that's something they do every year. That's a real thing, but this is a fiction, okay? But they're going to the real place, and there's going to be, the real Groundhog Day and all that stuff in this movie is shown. Okay, so while they're driving, it is February 1st because when they get to Punxsutawney, they get a hotel. He gets a bed and breakfast, and then he wakes up the next day on February 2nd, which is Groundhog Day every single year, and it goes Groundhog Day, and then they play that Sonny and Cher song, "I Got You, Babe, I Got You," which is all planned. I'm gonna show you that in a second here. So that's February 1st. While they're driving, when they get in there, till he wakes up the next morning, is February 1st. Now let me show you how they juxtapose this February 1st with the 19th of January 2022. Or another way of looking at it is January being the 11th month, 19th, 2021. Okay, it's however you look at it, but they show it in many different ways. So look, it's right in front of your face. Boom. 22 and 119 is, bam, January 19th, 2022. It's right there. There's so many of these, and I can't cover them all. I did in my other presentation. I just can't. Anyway, but I'm going to show you some of them. Okay, so then again, so they get there, he gets the bed and breakfast, and then he wakes up the next morning. We know this. Any of you know this cult classic? Basically, it's 6 o'clock. Boom! It goes 5:59, and then it goes 5:59, and it goes into 6. Switches to 6, and here he is. It's Groundhog Day, February 2nd, right? Okay, so the 559 represents the day before Groundhog Day. So as soon as it gets to 6, every single time, it's the new day. And then he repeats the new day as soon as it gets to 6. So in the first day, before it gets to 6, 559 equals February 1st. Now let me show you what, again, juxtaposing February 1st to what? The other date I've been saying is what? Here we go. How is this possible? These 5s are S's. Okay, and I've shared that many times. All the numbers have certain hidden values to them, and I'm going to prove that to you in another way here in a second. But these are S's, and S is the 19th letter of the alphabet. So then you add the 9 that we see right here. Then so all you need to do is just go 1 plus 9 is 10, then take away the 0. 1 plus 9 is 10, take away the 0, and then we have 9. That's 119, or January 19th. January 19th is February 1st. Wow. Hopefully you see that. It is absolutely clear right there in front of your face. Clear in plain sight. Or I should say hidden in plain sight is what they believe. Okay. Boom. And then it goes to 6. Okay. So again, zeros aren't zeros necessarily. They're O's. They're hidden O's. In fact, do you say 600, or do you say, or let's say it this way. Let's say you're saying, zip code that's like 505. Do you say 505 or do you say 505? Everybody says, for the most part, 505. Well, is that an O in the middle of 2 5s, or is it a 0? Well, we say 505 because that's the natural thing, and that's been said in the media for so long, and we just picked up on it. So they're calling O's zeros, and so again, they don't call 5S, but it's hidden. It's hidden. Now, more people would realize this. An O can look exactly like a 0. Sometimes they have a line through it or whatever, different things, but it doesn't matter. So it's hiding this. Each O is a 15, and then now we add the 6. And what are 15s? 1 plus 5 is 6. So we have 666. So the day, when you go into the Groundhog Day, you're going into 666. Okay, and that is the birth of the Antichrist, 666. Okay, this is his birth. So it started off with the first day because they got there, and then they warped every single day after that. Boo, 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 warped every day. And that's what this is showing, okay, is what I'm saying, okay? I'm proving it. And I could prove it more if I had another hour of my original video I shared, but this is going to suffice for now. So here he is, boom. And then what happens? Then you put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Right? Whatever. Man, my voice is all funky right now. But anyway, I'm not trying to sound great and everything like I have on other voices and stuff. But anyway, that's exactly 6066. And that's what they play. I mean, literally, it starts on that lyric, and then it says, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. This is what they play right there. And it's 6066. And it's at 6 o'clock. It comes up. Literally, as soon as it clicks to 6 o'clock, which, like I'm showing you, is 666, to confirm that, when they say, then you put your little tiny hand in mine, put your little hand in mine. I almost want to say tiny for some reason. Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, by the way, that is a clue on the rapture. That's children are going to be raptured soon. Then you put your little hand in mine. There ain't no mountain, or hill or mountain we can't climb. I got you, babe. It's a babe. The Bible says about babes, children are innocents. Babes, innocent babes, or, perfect praise coming out of the mouth of babes. I mean, all kinds of stuff in the Bible about babes being children. Okay, and he's going to put a little tiny hand in his, Jesus, and he's going to take the children. And that's what's coming as well on the fifth day. Crazy. And it just so happens to be, look at this guy right here. Bill Murray, right here, right? He's right here. Does his life have anything to do with this? Yes. He was born September 21st, 1950. From his birth, again, this is about death and rebirth and all that stuff. From his birth to February 1st, when he's first there, the first day of this process is 26066 days. And we have 6066. And his is 26066. Almost like you're saying there's two of these, 2606s. But, I mean, what are the chances of that matching? And then look at his, so it's from his birthday, again, to February 1st. So February 1st is juxtaposing to what? This. What is that? September 2-1 is 9111 or 1119 or January 19th. Are you kidding me? Hopefully you see that. I mean, literally from his birthday, which is a version of 1119 backwards. September is 9, and then 2 is 1 and 1 hidden. Remember, like the 219 or 216, 921 or 9111. Backwards is, see, a 1 can be a slash can be a 1 or a slash, or this could just be 1119 or 11th month and then 19th day. Being January also, or January being the first month in 2022, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's showing the same way. Hopefully that makes sense. This is insane. There's no way this could be. No way. Okay, so later he goes. He's like, I'm not doing a newscast right now. I'm gonna meet me at the cafe, right? So there's a cafe, and it's called the Tip Top Cafe. Okay, now there's a lot of things going on in all this. I'm not gonna even point it out, most of it. Okay, but what I will say is tip and top. Right here, tip and top is white and black. Sorry, white and red, and then the awning is white and red right here. So that is cluing me in on a number of things. And then we have the neon part here is white and red. White, red, white, red, white, red. What is white and red? White, red and white, or white and red is 666. Is that a coincidence? Not even close. You think it is? Wow, you need to do a checkup from the neck up. Okay, and then it's called the Tip Top Cafe. Okay, Tip Top Cafe, which is 666. Like the 6 o'clock, like the I got you, babe. It's all about the time warp of the first and the last day and everything in between, about the birth of the Antichrist. And then look, we even got the top hat right here. It's called Tip Top. We got the top hat of Skullduggery or Baron Samedi or whatever right here. The Man from Mars and Rapture, the top hat, the transition. The dude is bringing this time warp. There it is right there. Bam. Do you see that? It's insane. Okay. And then what a lot of people don't see is right up here it says I and M. So a lot of times they don't see that. They'll just say Tip Top Cafe. In fact, when I looked it up online, I put I and M Tip Top Cafe. It doesn't even come up. It just comes up as Tip Top Cafe. Oops. So They don't even have. I mean, maybe if I did more hard searching, I'd find that. But it literally says I and M Tip Top Cafe. Okay, it's crazy. Okay, and then so I and M Tip Top Cafe. Well, look at this. Is right here. 191 again, 19th of January. Okay, and it's just crazy. Okay, are you following me on this? Okay, so we have skullduggery here. He's a number of things. I'm going to talk about what he is. So we have him representing 2/1/2022. In fact, watch my last video, and I'll put a link in the description box where I prove it is February 1st because it's Chinese New Year. He grabs the shoulder of the Chinese girl, and she's Sun Tzu, and she's got the tiger, which represents the symbol for 2022 in China's calendar. The Chinese calendar and all this stuff, and I prove it basically. And it's February, of course. Everybody knows that it's February 1st, but there's all this stuff I share, and it's awesome. I was going to include some of that stuff, but my whole thing got deleted, and I had some of that on there. And the fact that he's wearing a ring and it's shining certain colors, you got to watch that last video. Again, I'll put it in my description box so you can watch it and see that, me just absolutely proving this is the first day. But now I'm showing this is the first day and the last day. The first day and the last day. Okay, it's crazy. Or first day and the last day of this timeline and everything else. Of both timelines. First day on one timeline, last day on the other timeline. And it's also a composite of both of them together, first and last day too, which hopefully that makes sense. But okay, let me prove this. So basically, this is Obama. So like I shared in that last video, 2, 1, and then 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. 2, 1, 6. Again, he was born on the 216th day of the year. Okay, and if you see all this ultraviolet here, ultraviolet, it's just crazy. It's right here. And then he shows up in iPad Go 2 in the very beginning where he's got an ultraviolet tassel, and that's an example of how he's going to eat the man-child. The man-child is praying, and he's showing praying hands, and it turns into looks like a cracked egg. He's going to show it like a cracked egg, and then his tassel's telling the truth. He is the dragon trying to eat the cracked egg. Eat the egg, the man-child in the egg in a sense. So, but that's ultraviolet. Now, how is this guy Obama? Well, a number of reasons, but one of the things is right here. That's an ultraviolet hat band. That's an ultraviolet hat band. And so he is the dead somebody, Baron somebody, or this whoever. He's also Lincoln. I'm going to show you how he's Lincoln. And here's some others to show he is Obama. See, ultraviolet right there is 9393. Remember I showed you the 630, which was 6111. Well, 930 is 9111, or backwards is 1119, which is again January the 11th month, 19th again. Again, the color symbolizes this. All these, pretty much all the colors do. They're all designed to symbolize this transition. All the colors that you can think of, pretty much, pink, orange, even ultraviolet as just violet. Violet is VT, first and last of the code was 2022. I mean, it's crazy. Ultraviolet or UV is UV. U is 21, V is 22. It's the transition of 21 and 22. 21 on one of the calendars, the Roman, and 2022 on the other calendar, the Gregorian. I mean, UV is 21 and 22. I mean, that is a clue, people's. Okay, here we go. And then check this out. If Obama was a Jedi, this is what they depict him as, a Jedi holding an ultraviolet lightsaber. Are you kidding me? Look, he's holding an ultraviolet lightsaber. There it is. That's Obama the Jedi, right? I mean, are you kidding me? Do you think I'm just making this stuff up for my health? Anytime they show some kind of character in iPad Go, there's ultraviolet around. I've shown this. The character that's right next to Lily, that's sitting there, he's got ultraviolet on him. That's a clue. That's Obama. He's the only one with an ear. And Obama's known for his ears. All kinds of stuff. It just keeps going. That's the hint. That's the clue that this character is Obama. And there's a child that's killed, and he's on his mother, and he's got ultraviolet in his eye. His eye is an egg, and it's also 44 and 45. The child and the mother represent both the death of Trumple and Stinky BO, I call him Stinky BO. This guy is Stinky BO because he's Beelzebub Butthead, the Lord of the Buttheads, and so if you imagine, that's pretty stinky. So he's Stinky BO, and we know what BO is. Okay, anyway, many ways. Okay, here we go. Bam. So also February 1st, and this guy represents Lincoln. Okay, look at the hat. Look at there's a number of things to look at here, but Lincoln died Okay, so he was shot on the 14th of April, 1865, but he died on 4/15, 1865. So how does that juxtapose to February 1st? Well, 4 plus 4 plus 1 plus 5 is 10, take away the 0, and then 18 and 1 plus 8 is 9, and then 6 plus 5 is 11, and look, we have the 19th of the 11th month, January. And so again, we have 19th 11th month, January, the death of Lincoln. This is his death. He is a skeleton with a Lincoln hat, whatever. It's a people call it top hat, but it's also a stovepipe hat. Either one, and the numbers are all there. If you look up any of these numbers on any of these names, they're going to be both numbers. It's crazy. It's insane. And there's a number of other reasons, but let's keep going. Okay, another example here is the cathedral, the Notre Dame Cathedral fire that happened in 2019, and how is that showing Obama and Lincoln together and how they're both the same? Well, here, check this out. So we have the Notre Dame Cathedral fire right here of 4/15/2019. That's exactly when it happened. Take that all the way to February 10th, 2022, and you have 1 year and 666 days. Okay, why is February 10th a big deal? Now, I'll show you here in a second. Now we use the same end day. Now we use, again, this has to do with Lincoln because this is the day he was killed back in 1865. But they're showing a death and a rebirth thing with the Notre Dame Cathedral, and I've shown that what a lot of that things, what that means in really recent previous videos. And it represents when the Antichrist comes out, his birth comes out, and the cathedral falls. And in his eyes is fire, because the fire that overtook it, his eyes are on fire. And so that's the fire that collapsed the cathedral. And it was done exactly the way it shows in iPad Go, with the spire falling in the exact same way as it did at the Notre Dame. So anyway, so now we have Stinky B.O.'s birthday, August 4th, 1961. This exact day, 2/10/22 again. And he will be 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. Okay? Really? That's good. We have 1 year and 666 days, and we have 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days old to 2/10/2022, 2/10/2022. What's that? Well, like I've said, the 11th and 12th days. So again, this starts one of the time frames like I showed you was February 1st through February 14th. So February 1st, Chinese New Year, to February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, okay? But the 11th and 12th days are the tsunami days, and those are the water breaking for the Antichrist's birth. So he is born on 2/11. He's born on 2/11 because he dies on the 7th day. Trumpel's dead on the 8th day. He comes back to life on the 2/11 or the 11th/12th day, depends on your time zone, because that will kick off the tribulation because he's born. Okay, this first time he's born. Okay, it'll kick off the tribulation, and the tribulation is also kicked off by these two massive mega tsunamis that hit both coasts on the same time, caused by Russian submarines, and that's all in a lot of predictive programming, including iPad Go and other things. It's phenomenal. It's all over the place, that I've said. And so why is it 2/10 and 2/11? Because these dates complete this age. Up to 2/10, it completes the age, and he is brand new. This is the first day he is born as Satan incarnate into Stinky B.O. This is his first day. This is his birthday. Before, it was up to his old life/death. Okay, boom, to that. I mean, are you kidding me? 666, 666, and I have a lot more. And so what's 2/11 also? February 11th. February, remember I said January is 11th month, February is the 12th month. So February is also 12/11, which is also 3/11. You remember all these codes with 3/11? That's what it really is. And how about this? A lot of you, including me and my wife and other people, have seen 11/11 on a clock or whatever so many times and things. That's what it is. It's January 11th, or it's also, in a sense, February 11th, because it's both months, remember? Okay, it just depends on the time and everything. But that symbolism of 11/11 is 3/11 is 2/11. It's crazy. Okay, hopefully that makes sense for some of you that have been following some of this stuff. You're like, I know one particular lady, Liberty Justice, 3/11 is massive to her, and that's because that is that. 3/11 is 2/11 is 11/11, all that. Crazy. Okay, here we have these my Michael and Baraka. I'll call them Michael and Baraka. Michael and Baraka are, supposedly celebrating the next year, but what are they showing? They are showing February 22. February 22 is the magic time. Okay, he's got these dark shells on their clamshells, this dark clamshells, and this dark figure, this Middle Eastern woman in a burqa is basically with a dead boy, which is him. Okay, and then the same grave wrappings are on Skullduggery because it's the same boy. The boy is the man who is Skullduggery, who is Stinky Bo. Like I said, they got the same grave wrappings. Look at Skullduggery. Look at the Baron Samedi. Look at the Lincoln. Look at the dead character I showed you in the fireworks. That's the guy. He's got the same grave wrappings wrapped around him, and then she's sitting in a clamshell, and then she's all dark. He's got dark clamshells on here. I should say Baraka, and then Michael has, what are these here? Look at what are these? What are these symbolizing here they're symbolizing that? I'm telling you, that's what it's showing here, and that is a Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra. I'll say it that way. Hail Hydra. Yeah, yep, and that's what's in the Hokey Pokey, what's been proved to be in several different vials of the Hokey Pokey. Yeah, and that it reproduces and is going to do a lot of things in people that have taken the Hokey Pokey. That's shown moving around in vials of the Hokey Pokey. That's absolute terrifying, ridiculous bull. Okay, anyway, and then check this out. Okay, so from Obama's birthday, supposed birthday right here, to February 4th. Now we got another date in February. Remember that other one was the 10th. Now this is the 4th. Now keep in mind, what's the deal between these two? This is exactly the opposite of the calendar to this. So his birthday equals his birthday. His birthday, 6 months exactly later, equals his birthday. They do this all the time. That's why January being the 1st and 11th month is exactly the parallel or the opposite to July being the 7th and 5th month. So all the numbers about 7 and 5, or just because they're on the opposite side of the calendar, to January being the 11th month and first month. First month on the Gregorian, 11th month on the Roman. July being the 7th month on the Gregorian, the 5th month on the Roman. Exactly opposite. That's why 4th of July. That's why 7-Elevens that you go into. That's why all the stuff I did on May and stuff, and even my birthday and everything in May, because it's just crazy. Okay, but here, from his birthday to this coming up, February 4th, will be one of his birthdays, and that's exactly 726 months. Why does that matter at all? Well, that's in Strong's, it's harpazo, and that's the 4th and 5th is when the children get taken, and that's Rapture is harpazo. Okay, also, it is Ego Sumerian for Antichrist. Again, these clues are all over the place. Are you looking? And I'm showing you, it's crazy. I mean, there's no way these are just chance. Okay, here we go, bam. And then check this out. Look at his forehead. Okay, he is the beast showing you the mark. In fact, this thing is a little bar thing, and it says loading. So the mark's right on their forehead. They're loading. Is that a coincidence? And they're going into the golden age. The golden age of Chronos. Oh my gosh. Man, this is finally here, peoples, and I'm excited in a lot of ways. In some ways, I wasn't for a long time about other things, about what's coming and all that stuff. But now I'm just like, this is just getting so dang old, and all this V stuff and all the hokey pokey stuff and all the other horrible things. It just needs to be, oh my gosh. Anyway, I just want to be with Jesus. That's it right now. So that's it. And help a ton of people and all the children taken, all the innocent children. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So anyway, what's the 4th? It's the very first day of the Olympic Games in Beijing. Okay, boom. Did you see this? What's this? Did you see this? Ooh, what's that? And look at the fireworks. Hello. Okay, for the 4th right here is his birthday. Bam, his real birthday. And what is this creature that keeps changing a mask and iPad Goat dancing around? And what are these? This is Kali from, India. See the dot on the forehead there? From India. That's India This is a bear. That's Russia, India, Russia, dancing around this thing. Well, sounds like the Olympic torch, maybe. Does that look like the Olympic torch? China? Yeah. Ooh, this is the one that's coming in China. You need to notice there's no people in the seats right back here because this is the one that's in China for this coming up on February 4th, baby. And look at this. Look at these little things at the base here. They're the exact same shape and they curve like this, right? Like these right here. They just kind of smashed and they look more like concrete, but they are the exact shape here of these curves all the way around here. Look at this. And look at the color. I mean, it's so close. Look at the color there. It's like an Adobe looking color, and there's the Adobe looking color. I mean, seriously, that's not a coinkydink. Not even close. Okay, so back to this idea of Lincoln in iPad Goat, his death. Here's another example of that. Goo. Shame on you. So he gets shot in the back by the shark. By the way, this is the evil shark. An evil shark equals stinky BO, by the way. And I didn't get it. I was in there. Oh my gosh, I had so much in my last video. Anyway, and that was in there. But he gets hit in the back of the head with it. And that's also D for Donald. Because you're going to get hit in the back of the head in a sense. Because, in a sense, Stinky BO he's running everything. Okay, so he's in charge of, what happens to Donald and everything. But that's a symbol of Lincoln dying in the exact way. Look at his left ear right behind it. Boom. It's in the same pattern right there as Lincoln. That's undeniable. Boom. Now, I want to show you this evil thing. The evil thing is really crazy because it's love backwards, obviously, and it's evil, part of evolution. And that shows that up here of the godlike creature, ascending to become, and all that. And that's Stinky BO, okay? But let me show you what's crazy about this evil thing and why it's sticking out. So evil literally matches all these gematrias, and there's even one more I don't even have on here because I can't fit it on here, and it would look off if I put one more on here. But look at this. Look how normal and reverse, normal, reverse, normal, reverse, normal, all these different ciphers, normal, reverse, normal, reverse, normal, reverse, because you can look at it either direction. Okay, and that is insane. That I've never seen so many lined up with that normal and reverse ciphers ever. There's nothing that I've seen equal that many. I've seen several that were close, maybe a few less or whatever, but none with all that. So that's saying basically that this is completely planned, and it's like off the charts, gazillions to one. I mean, it's off the chart. You have I can't even possibly compute it. It's just zillions and zillions to one that it would be that all these would match this forward and backward. It's insane. So what is it saying? I'm going to show you. This is insane. This is really crazy. What is it showing? It's showing evil is E is 5, V is 22, O is 15, L is 12. But you want to say it backwards, or you want to kind of, in a sense, spell it backwards because the L is the capital and that's in the wrong direction. So you want to say love. So you take these numbers and you start right here and you go backwards. Keep the numbers the same. And that is the clue. This is a big clue. So you go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 this way. You're going to go this way. And then we have 1 plus 5 is 6. And then we have 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. And remember, Jesus said to me, 216, flip the 6 to a 9 is 219. And there it is right there. Okay, or you just say 6 plus 9 is 15, and 1 plus 5 is 9. So 1 plus 5 is 6. So you just get rid of the 9, it's 216, whatever. But that's showing you that 6 is 9. And by the way, what did Jimi Hendrix say? If 6 turns out to be 9, I don't mind. If 6 turns out to be 9, I don't mind. And I didn't put that, but I had it in my other video. Anyway, and fortunately I just remembered that. Okay, so then we have the full Evo and then the Lucian not completely spelled out because this is all a code. Okay, of course. Now I'm going to break this code finally, I think. So I've shown you what it means, evil means. And again, 6 plus 9 is 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. So, or get rid anything you add 9 to stays the same. And that's what I'm showing here. So 216 again is February 1st, 2022. Okay. So now let's look at evolution, the whole thing. But we're going to fill in the missing letters. So we're going to take that and fill in the missing letters, and it should tell us something similar, and it does. So we're going to put UIO in the missing spots, is what would obviously spell evolution, okay? So U is 21, I is 9, O is 6. Do you see something similar here? Do you see the 219 and 216 thing? Because 9 is 6, 6 is 9. Yeah, there it is. Okay, is that a coincidence? Okay, now, I was building this in my other video, and it was one of my last slides I did, and then I went to, and then something happened I'm going to share with you in a second, and then I was all excited, and I went to bed and all this stuff, and I got up in the morning, was doing a few more things, and then this file was taken, or the file I built up at that time. Now, before I went to bed, this is what happened. I did this right here, and then I did something else that wasn't related to this, something in the kitchen or something like that. And then the Lord said to me, "It is time." And I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you, like right now I'm just kidding. What do you mean it is time? It is time?" And then this is what he said next so clearly to me. He said, "It is time." And I go, "Are you?" And I was just like my my heart skipped a beat, because he's never said that to me. And I don't believe those words ever. It is time. And then I said, I'm like, "What do you mean? Are you saying it is time? It is time?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "To silence your critics." And then, I mean, I was just like overjoyed, because I didn't say that. He did it. So he values what is, he wants to silence them. I mean, he it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, it was totally him. So anyway, and then you know what he says to even validate that what he just said was real, that even I heard it right, or that you're hearing, or that you know that I heard it right and everything. What he said, "Look this up in Gematria, and this will prove it." And so I did, and I could not believe it. Are you ready? It is time to silence your critics. You ready? English Gematria is 2196. And remember, the thing I finished on this presentation before he said that was that 2196, because 216 is 219, his dream. That's impossible. That is impossible. And to time that perfectly, and to make this message mean what it means right now, and then the next day have my files taken from me, there's no way, people. And again, the February 1st or January 19th, the same day, whatever, February 1st that you're used to, the proof will be in the pudding if this stuff happens, like I'm saying, like I'm going to say here soon here. This is insane. Hopefully you see this. This is crazy. What a message from him. There it is, 2-1. So what is this showing? Okay, this is showing that this is 216. Okay, 216, which is again February 1st, 2022, and this is in a sense the same thing, but also it's showing 219. You can get rid of the 6 because they're both the same thing. 219 is 1119, which is January the 11th month, 19th. It's evolution. And then he said, "It is time to silence your critics," and it exactly equals that. After I just did it. No way in any universe is that random? Is that not planned? It's insane. It's a testimony to the truth. Okay, anyway, there you go, bam. And again, that's like my dream. And so 216, which is 2/1/2022, is 219, which is 11/19/2021. Because he said in my dream, 216 is 219, and flip the freaking number. And to even more prove that, we haven't even dealt with the T and the N, so we dealt with evil, which was the 216, or February 1st, 2022. Then we dealt with the missing U and I and O right there. That's another name. Then what is TN? Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay, anyway, I am so blown away right now. I can't even believe it. Here, ready? Okay, T is 20. Take away the 0. That's 2. N is the 14th letter of the alphabet. 14. What is that? February 14th, Valentine's Day. Are you kidding me? And I said that was the last day. And I just saw this today. I'm like, I didn't deal with the TN. He goes, look at the TN. Look, it's Valentine's Day. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Lupercalia. It's the oh my god, it's so many sick things, but it's a cleansing. It's February. It's a cleansing before the rituals and the sacrifices and all the stuff for a new baby to be born. There's a good one in the man child into heaven, and there's a bad one on earth that's going to rule the world for 42 months, really. Anyway, okay, so now I'm going to switch gears and go into this idea that Trump has been talking about this guy, Julian Assange, for a while. So it show you a couple articles. 5 times Trump praised Trumples. I'll say this, Trumple praised WikiLeaks during his 2016 election campaign. And then Trumple raises WikiLeaks founder in debate over Russia, whatever. Okay. My throat's bothering me now. Okay. Anyway, so there's a message. Him even mentioning Julian Assange is a message. It is a multiple anagram, and it is a predictive programming, just horrible. So here he is, Julian Assange. He matches exactly one of the Illuminati playing cards, and it's talking about the people that follow this nugget he wants to stay dead, and that is going to be Christians and conservatives that follow this stuff, because his name is a predictive programming nightmare. What's coming? And who brought the hokey pokey? Who brought it in warp, time warp speed? Who brought it in warp speed? Trumple, the Trojan horse of Christians and conservatives. Like I've said for years, I've said for 3.5 years, he is the Trojan horse of Christians and conservatives, and I'm about to completely prove it, and especially by the 1st of February. Here we go. Ready? Julian Paul Assange is at least 2 anagrams. Okay, the first anagram is exactly this: null pass a Julian age. Okay, so null means not. Okay, or it's also bad or not, but it's not. And pass, obviously, a Julian age. So again, this is kind of a riddle. This one's more of a riddle than some of the other ones, but I've shared a lot of I'm pretty good at these anagrams. I've shared these riddles. Like, for example, Gabby Petito is I pet baby goat, or I pet goat baby. I mean, are you kidding me? And I found that one out. And other things. Brian Laundrie was brain launder, or brainwash, brain launder. I brain launder is what it was, and all kinds of stuff. He's brainwashing people and everything. Anyway, I've had so many of these, and they're just uncanny. Yeah. So anyway, so Julian age, again, age is a time frame. Okay, a time frame can be a month. So don't pass a Julian month. So we're not going to pass that Julian month. What is it? January, and I'm going to show you what it is. And again, it's going to be proven in this other anagram. Now watch this other anagram that will make you even more of a believer in this. Julian Paul Assange is an anagram of a plague and Janus slain. A plague, Janus slain. Okay, this just hit me like a ton of bricks. In fact, my brother Constantine said, hey, there's something in this name, and because he's been using it, it's kind of a predictive programming thing, and there's definitely stuff in this name, and he gave it to me, and I've fortunately, in about half an hour, 45 minutes, I figured it out, and I got a plague, Janus slain, and then eventually got the one above it. And so think about this. It's almost like it just sounds like a Nostradamus kind of thing, because he used anagrams. He used Gematria. He definitely used anagrams so many ways, and it was really crazy, like crooked cross and stuff about Hitler and all this stuff, and all these different leaders and such that he's supposedly telling the future, but he just had demons telling him stuff, and that's it. And he was also a Mason and everything, and I've proven that in so many ways in previous videos. So anyway, so think about this: no pass a Julian age, a plague Janus slain. That sounds like a Nostradamus prophecy. It's so crazy when no pass a Julian age, a plague Janus slain. I mean, it's totally like that. And again, I'm just decoding their junk. Okay, so a plague. Now let me prove this even more. Okay, now you can say, oh yeah, whatever. This is I mean, whatever. You could say, I'm telling you, it is. It's saying we're not going to go past the Julian month, and then in that month is a plague and Janus slain. That's what it's saying. I'm telling you. And if you don't believe me, you'll find out very soon. You must open your eyes to the truth. It's right in front of your face. That's what these jackwagons believe. They believe the secret is right in front of your face. All the secrets and movies and stuff, I'm just showing you. All the things I'm showing you right now. You better wake up before it's too late. And hopefully February 1st helps you wake up. What I'm going to say might be happening here. It's crazy. Okay, ready? Are you ready for more proof of this or this is saying? Here you go. Zombie plague, like I said, would be the 5th day. Okay, it would be the 5th day. I've said for 3 years solid. It would be the 5th day, 4th and 5th day, zombie plague. Okay, you ready? Now the last solar eclipse was December 4th. They love marking things to the eclipses, especially the major solar eclipses and blood moons. Okay, so last solar eclipse was December 4th. So from December 4th to February 5th, the zombie day I'm saying is 63 days. Now, you ready for this? 63 days? A plague is 63 in English ordinal. Remember, a plague and then Janus slain. Now let's go into Janus slain. Okay, remember a plague. There it is. A plague right there. Now let's go to Janus slain. This is the media showing with an editorial cartoon. Many times they've depicted Trump with 2 heads. Janus, the god looking forward and backward, the god of transition. That's why January is February. January is the god of transition, and February is the purifier, and they're both the same. I'm basically proving it, but I mean I could have more information. Again, I'll have more stuff posted on Telegram at some point. It's crazy. So here's Janus. They're basically saying he is Janus. Okay, now check this out. So from his last birthday, his birthday is June 14th, his last birthday in 2021, to I'm saying his elimination day, which he's part of, by the way. He knows it's going to happen. It's going to be staged and everything. He's most likely going to be in Trumple Towersals, okay, in Manhattansals, and I've been predicting that some kind of nukesals will go off that people are going to think is a nukesals, but it's going to be and they're going to say he was in Trumpsals Towersals. And which has 58 floors, and he had the 58th inauguration. There's all kinds of stuff why he's 88 and 58 and everything else. But here he is from his last birthday, okay, when he turned 75, which is, oh my gosh, that's the day, by the way. 7/5 is July 5th, is January 5th, is January 23rd, which is the day we're talking about right here. For the zombie day, and then here Julian slain is 239 days from his last birthday to the day I'm saying he's going to be slain, the 8th day, because he's 88, 58, 38, 28, and 8. Okay, ready? Janus slain is 239. Boom! How is that possible? And we're talking about a name, Janus, capital. Frank Baconis uses capital letters. Regular gematria does not. Boom, 239, baby. Okay, so what I'm saying is, again, February 1st is January 19th of the Roman calendar. Okay, so as evidence of that, if I'm right, okay, we'll see if I'm right. We'll see. I'm going to repredict some things and a couple other changes. So I'm saying on that day of February 1st, womp womp to the queen. Whatever. Anyway, and then here we go. I'm back. I'm not going to try. My voice is a little funky. Well, I'm coming back and, things are going on and yeah, Anyway, so, and then I'm going to say the Tau variant is very possibly coming. Why did I say it that way? I didn't mean to say it that way. Okay. Yeah, whatever. So, I'll just say it that way. Or it could be, the other thing I'm going to say, that it could be, they're going to announce that, or it's going to be some new V, and then Russ, or VI, and then Russ, okay? And I'm guessing also it could be something to do with this article with these 100 monkeys. And in single reduction, that's 93, which is 9111, backwards is 1119, or January 19th. And it's also in English Sumerian, 100 monkeys is 126, which is the 1st of February 2022, is 126. Okay, man. Anyway, that's exactly why in 2020, um, uh, what's his name? The Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, was killed on January 26th, which is 1st of February 2022, and then 216 days later, which is the same date, was death of Chadwick Boseman. And then from that day to the end of the year was 126 days. Again, 126. I mean, are you kidding me? Seriously. Anyway, so and he was a Black Panther, Black Mamba, Black Panther. One was a massive star in sports. The other one was a massive star in movies. And their deaths were separated by 216 days, which is Obama's 216, or 6 times 6 times 6. And then on the bookends, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, died on January 26, 126, and from Chadwick Boseman's death on August 28th to the end of the year was 126 days, 126 again. And all those 216 and 126 are 1st of February or February 1st, 2022. Are you kidding me? The birth and death of the Antichrist? Are you kidding me? Anyway, here. And then, so last thing is, on that day, I'm saying we could see a massive explosion or fire or some kind of something that's just unorthodox. Massive explosion and / fire. Okay, massive. We're talking massive. Or even possibly we could have La Palma. That's La Palma right there. It could go completely off again, and it's been somewhat dormant with some earthquakes here and there, but it could completely go off again, and that would be what I'm saying, a possible prediction. And then also, we are going to see some kind of dam break or something like that, some kind of massive water event, most likely a dam or multiple dams break on that day. Okay, so I'm saying that too. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, then so that was the first day. So now I'm gonna just quickly go over. People wanted a timeline, so here it is: the 4th and 5th days, the 7th and 8th, the 11th and 12th, and then the last day. So here's the next day. So on the February 4th/5th is the transformation of the 144, of which I am a part of. People who took the V will go mad, likely at midnight going into the 5th Pacific time zone. Rapture of all the children before they go mad. Obviously, that's some predictive programming and a lot of things that you did not realize were there. And I'm not get into right now. Bad aliens will surface in some form to give rise to the belief that good aliens who show up later remove the innocent before they could be harmed. I'm predicting some kind of meteor or comet pieces hit Las Vegas on the 4th/5th. Okay, Hoover Dam possibly destroyed, most likely destroyed because of that massive earthquake that happens because of that. And I'm saying Central Florida down to Southern Florida, or likely Miami, is attacked and destroyed on the same day. And then 2/7, lava erupts from Hawaii, comes out and erupts like it did back a couple years ago. Obama dies from head wound. Britney Spears dies. That's on the 7th and reported. Might be even reported the next day, but it happens on the 7th. Three Gorges Dam in China finally breaks, that the numbers are showing. And then Taksim Mosque is the one shown in iPad Goat, is attacked on that day, the same day that Stinky B.O. Dies. And I'm guessing a head wound, but it could be something else. But he's going to be demised that day. If this timeline's right, and I'm pretty sure it is right now. But again, I don't know, so we'll see. Again, 2/8, the 8th day, there's a Nuxels attaxels on Manhattans, I'll say it that way, which supposedly kills Trumple. And then either the 7th or the 8th, it begins. But I'm going to say definitely by the 8th, we'll hear that the Lincoln and the Truman, maybe even the Reagan aircraft carriers are attacked and destroyed, and the Truman or the Reagan comes back, or there's survivors or something. So anyway, then 2/9, because of the Nuxels and Manhattans, and 2/9 the next day, the stock market crashes, among other things. And then 2/11/12, February 11th to 12th. Massive tsunami hits, mega tsunami, I should say mega tsunami, I'm not sure. Mega tsunami hits West Coast due to Russian sub that fires a nuclear Poseidon torpedo hitting Hawaiian slump, causing the East Rift Zone, southern part of Hawaii, to break off into the ocean. And tsunami also hits the East Coast simultaneously due to a hidden Russian sub that fires a nuclear Poseidon torpedo hitting the base of La Palma Island, Canary Islands, causing large part of the southwest section of the island to break off into the ocean. And those two hitting both coasts simultaneously will cause massive mega tsunamis, 12 plus in between. All these faults will go like they've never gone before, and they're all set up for that. 12 plus magnitude all across the U.S. caused by both. I just said that. Okay. And then the 13/14th, right about midnight going into the 14th, rapture of the faithful to Jesus, the faithful church, the wise virgins, not the foolish virgins. Not most of Christianity will not be going because they don't follow Jesus. They follow their own ways, and they know Jesus only as their Savior, not as their master and personal friend and Lord. Sorry, but you're going to have to hang out for a little while until you learn some things, unfortunately, like all of us did in their lives, going through trials and tribulations, following Him instead of our own ways. It's ridiculous, people. When you're going to wake up, you know what? What's coming is going to wake you up. Because if you're going your own way and you don't know Jesus, listen, if Jesus hasn't told you to do stuff that you didn't want to do and you don't hear from Him and you don't at least have that struggle in that and fight, then you need to check yourself. I'm saying this because horrible things are coming and you better learn while you can. You better learn while you can. He is saying this. He is saying this. He has been saying this through my videos. And then Obama, the AC is alive and comes into power. And I'm going to say possibly at the Olympics in China is when he's going to show up, because the United States will pretty much be destroyed by then. And then China, Olympic Games will be going on, the rest of the world somehow. And then here comes Obama on the stage, probably at the Olympic Games. That's what it's showing. That's why I showed the flame and everything. And these things dancing around. Looks like different countries possibly. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that. And that's it. You know, a little over an hour, whatever. And there you go. So leaving it at that. We'll see what happens on the 1st. And I'm very encouraged by it. The Lord's told me stuff, and I had this file deleted. There's no way it could have been. Nothing's ever happened like that. And they don't want this out. And we'll see if I even get this up. So I thank you, everyone who's prayed for me. Please keep praying for me, my family with health and stuff. They're definitely bombarding with frequency and such. That's not no doubt. But I do take all kinds of different stuff. That's all very good. And it's really helping. But prayer is the biggest thing. We pray, and I know we get prayer for a lot of you. So thank you so much for all that. If you're able to give, there's a link in the description box for PayPal and other things too. I probably won't need it, hopefully, if this is right. But if you're able to and you want to, I appreciate it. We could definitely always use it. So thanks so much. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank Leland for mentioning some of the things with the monkey stuff. I want to thank Timothy. Thank you, Timothy, for the stuff you've shown on the group. And I'm going to thank thank you, Jonas. Also, the things you brought as well. I want to thank what was it? All him, no me. You originally brought me back to the Julian calendar thing, and it did not it did not work for a couple of years in a lot of ways. And then so I wasn't sure about that, and then you brought my mind back to it. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much for that as well. So and everyone else that has contributed to any understanding that I've had and built over time. There's been a lot of you. There's too many. I can't say everybody's name. I just can't. Over so much time that got me to really understand what I understand so far. And I'm telling you, this understanding of iPad Goat is so solid. It's ridiculous. I understand it so well now. And the proof will be in the pudding on the 1st. So we'll leave it at that. And I thank you so much. God bless you all. And this is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.